Hello my peeps and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing an art style challenge with some of my favorite artists on YouTube. And this video was inspired by a suggestion from Ted. Thank you so much for your suggestion. They wanted me to talk about my favorite artist YouTubers, and I was trying to figure out how I could do that in a video in a way that was engaging, I guess. And I was like, hold up, style challenges are a thing, so I'm doing that, and this was a lot of fun. But anyway, before I get into that, I would like to give a shout out to Zeno Tigamara for being the comment of the week. Thank you so much for your comment. It was really sweet and it made me smile and it made me happy, so thank you so much for your comment. I really like reading all those comments, and if you would like to be the comment of the week, all you have to do is comment on any video, and you know, you could be featured in one of the videos. I could give you a shout out, you know? That's the least I can do for, because it's just like the fact that people take the time out of their day to comment on my videos. It's just, I think that's really nice. So, I like to give you shout outs. But, on to the topic. First, as you can already see, I'm doing my style. So, if you follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel and things, you're familiar with this style, which is my default style. Though I've been doing a couple of different things, like setting my line art layer to shade and lowering the opacity to kind of get colored line art and things like that, which is really nice, and I've been doing it a lot. And I use soft shading and a soft brush for my line art and things, and it was just like really interesting to see my style next to all of these other styles. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Anyways, the next style that I'm working on is from TurtleBunBuns, who is my friend. And yes, I am biased, but I really like her art, and I think she's a really nice person. So I was like, if I'm gonna do artist YouTubers, of course I'm going to include my friend's art style. And I've actually done an art style challenge with her style before, back in 2018, I think, for October. I had come up with a bunch of prompts and stuff, and one of the prompts was to like do a style swap. So I style swapped with TurtleBunBuns and her sister, and that was really fun. Well, I guess it wasn't a swap because I did it myself. It wasn't like a group thing. It was just something I was doing, and I drew my characters in their styles. And it just so happens that with the character that I'm drawing in this video, her name is Myra, I drew Myra in TurtleBunBuns style. Then, and I didn't realize that, like I didn't remember that I had even done that until after I had started. I was like, hold up, I've been here before. But that first time I did her style with watercolors, this time of course I'm doing everything digitally because it's easier. So some of these styles are already digital, so it's like, might as well. And some things that I noticed while I was working her style, well, not just while I was working on it, but just things I noticed about her style is her line art. Oh my goodness, what I need you to do is go to her channel and watch her do line art. I look at her videos sometimes and watch her do line art, and I'm like, the dedication, the steady hand, how do you do this? While I was working on this, I just kept trying to, well, I just kept thinking about the fact that her lines look really clean and they're really smooth. And, okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I use a soft brush because sometimes when I try to use a hard brush, my line art looks challenged. So I kind of had to challenge myself, which is what the purpose of a challenge is. You challenge yourself to kind of make sure that the line art was smooth looking. She also has like really thin, delicate lines, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how do you do this? So I was really trying to do that. Also, just like the way she draws her faces and things, she has a very unique style. I think it's really nice. So yeah, that's TurtleBunBuns right there. And the next style that I worked on was apple.cheeks style, and I really like apple.cheeks videos. Her videos are like studio vlog style videos. And I find them to be really chill and really relaxing and inspiring as well, because she shows her like behind the scenes stuff for like her shop and things like that. And I really like things like that because it kind of motivates me to want to do that one day, want to have an online shop for my art and things, which is it's been a goal of mine for a while to. I had a threadless shop once for a brief moment, but I really want to be more hands-on with something like that. So I just really watching videos like that because they really inspire me to want to do that in the future. When I think of Applecheeks style though, I don't think of her character art. I usually think of her like cutesy stuff, like her animals and things like that she draws. So when I went on her Instagram to try to see how she draws people, and she has different styles for drawing people. And I initially chose this one, so to base this off of. When I tell you, this was really fun, and it was just really interesting to do. Also, it's like a lineless style, and I just had a lot of fun with that because I don't do lineless work. So I was just like, this is really neat and this is really fun, and I really enjoyed doing this. So that was nice. Anyways, the next style is imawonder. She's a YouTuber, so obviously that's what this video is. I really like imawonder's videos because she has speed painting videos, which I don't know if it's just me. I have talked about this before on my channel about sometimes it's hard to find channels that still do speed paintings, because student vlogs and art vlogs and things like that are really popular at the moment. And so sometimes it's just kind of hard to find speed paintings and things. I like studio vlogs as well, and I even make some studio vlogs for Patreon sometimes. Not sometimes, I do that every month. What am I talking about? But anyway, so I like studio vlogs and I watch them. I think really inspiring. But sometimes I just want to sit down and watch an artist just draw or paint. And whenever I want to do that, I go to imawonder's channel because she does things like that. She also has a lot of gouache videos, which I really appreciate because gouache is a medium that I haven't worked with in a while, but it's a medium that I would like to learn how to use. And so whenever I'm feeling I guess you would say kind of, what do you call that? Whenever I'm having difficulty with gouache, or I feel like I need to get some inspiration with that, I head over to her channel and watch some of her videos because she works really well with gouache. And watching her videos also makes me want to change the type of gouache that I use, because I use regular gouache. She uses acrylic gouache, which is very different because acrylic gouache has some acrylic paint properties, such as you can't reactivate it with water as far as I'm aware. But with the gouache that I use, once I try to add a layer over top, the layer underneath is you thought, but no. So her videos also makes me want to buy more art supplies, which could be a good thing, but also a bad thing. And imawonder, she usually works with, I was mentioning, gouache. You also see her working with markers and watercolors and things like that. And of course I'm drawing this digitally, so this was those are very different. And I don't have a lot of brushes on my drawing program that resemble watercolor, or have that texture that watercolor has, the texture of the paper and things. So what I ended up doing was I used a picture of static that I made and I just overlaid that, not overlay, I set it to luminosity and shade on 1%, and it kind of added a little bit of texture to kind of replicate the look of watercolor paper. So that was nice. It was really fun working in her style. And this last one, Ethan Becker. Oh my gosh, I came across this guy's channel. Was it time? I don't know what time is anymore. It's last year. I don't know. It was either 2019 or 2020 when I came across his channel. Either way, I remember he had 2,000 subscribers. I watched one of his videos and I was like, how does this dude only have 2,000? And apparently a bunch of other people were thinking the same thing, because when I tell you within a few days this guy was at 10,000, I was like, okay. He really deserves it though. And I don't know how many he has now, but anyways, his videos, I love them so much. Not only are they educational, because he works in the industry, as they say, the animation industry. He gives a lot of tips about that, and also just how to improve your style and things like that, how to improve your anatomy, just a bunch of different art tips he shares on his channel that I find to be really, really helpful, and I apply them to my work. But he is also very entertaining, which I think is really nice, because sometimes I can kind of get turned off from wanting to watch tutorials because they're kind of long sometimes, and sometimes they're kind of boring. But Ethan Becker's videos are not boring. He's very funny. He just has such an interesting character, and he just like, I really like watching his videos. Like, even if I'm not trying to learn whatever is in a particular video, I'll still watch it because he's so entertaining, and he also gives like a lot of tips, and I've learned a lot of things from his videos, and I highly recommend watching his stuff. One time, actually, this is kind of well, not kind of random, still related. I had a video about art tips, and he commented on it, and I was like, oh no. I was fangirling and also kind of freaking out because I was wondering about my tips, but it was alright. But anyways, his style, since I'm doing a style challenge and I'm drawing a style, I don't know what it is. Maybe, I don't know. I just had a trouble with it. I use a lot of round shapes in my style, and I find that his style is very, like, he uses a lot of blocky shapes, if that makes any sense. And I was trying to kind of, well, since I was trying to draw this style, I was trying to replicate that, of course. And not only that, but also to try to make my character still look like herself, which is something I was kind of struggling with throughout the entire challenge, is like making sure my character's features look the same and, you know, are consistent through the different styles. But I especially struggled with Ethan Becker's style. I don't know why. It could be the fact that, like, his use of shapes, it could be that I'm just not accustomed to working with that, which I'm thinking that that's probably what it is, because I don't really think in, like, well, I sometimes think in blocky shapes, but not to this extent, so it's just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to try to do this? But I think that may be my best, not best, my favorite drawing out of the bunch, because I just really like how it turned out. I really like the lighting and things. So yeah, overall this challenge was really fun to do, and I highly recommend you do this challenge. It helps you to, according to my observation, appreciate the artists that you follow a lot more, because it's just, like, sometimes you look at something and you just, you know, you look at it and then you move on with your life or your day or whatever. But like when you sit down and analyze someone's style and then try to replicate it, for the sake of, in this case, fun, or for the sake of learning, you really get to understand and appreciate the artist a lot more, and just to kind of get into their headspace. And it's just like, it was just really fun, and I highly recommend it. But anyways, this is how all of the drawings turned out. Let me know which one is your favorite, and I highly recommend you check these artists out. I'm going to leave a link to their channels in the description to get them out. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to my patrons, TurtleBunBuns, Ariana, Kelsey, and Cameron. Thank you so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. Oh my gosh. I'm also on Coffee, and you can also follow me on Instagram, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you want to. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please enjoy the rest of your day, my peeps.